Hello, 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 hello. Motzi here. Today, we're going to work on Alterium Shift. I'm going to move my things around so I'm looking at my face. Motzi's literally here in front of my own face. Tonight's going to be hopefully mostly fishing night. There's one more bug that I need to fix that we're trying to get released this week. Because there was a major game-breaking bug we discovered from a customer, player, user submission that we didn't think was as big of a deal until I finally looked at it. I said, "Oh, that's kind of a big deal." So, just like me, I'm kind of a big deal to somebody. Kids, maybe. Anyhow, time to code. So first things first. Let's get the boring stuff out of the way. Because tonight I want to try to get fishing working at a level that we can start putting it in all the new places. Fishing. People want fishing. People like fishing. We want to make fishing really fishable. Yeah. And to do that, we need to take our current fishing game that is mostly done and make sure it's mostly working. I still haven't made the instructions for fishing, but that's all right. We'll manage. So let's get rolling right into it. Before we do fishing, though, first we've got to fix a bug. I actually need to figure. Excuse me. I need to figure out what's going on with the bug. So the bug is when you talk to a yellow node, if you cancel out of the save system, or I think even if you select the save, interactions don't work anymore, I guess, which is terrifying. So I'm going to take a look at some of the code and we'll figure out what we're going to do. I think it's save system UI control. I mean, I could show it. I suppose I should show what the bug is in case anyone's following along at home. And then if you're not following along at home, then I'm sorry. It won't matter for you. So to do this, we're going to go into Noctimus Forest Central. So basically what happens is you run into this yellow node. And you can talk to it. Look, it's like eating Atlas's face. And you can do change paths. And if you do this, whether you pick a save or not, after this point, you can't interact with anything. So, I don't know what the problem is. And I'm going to find out. So, I think it's a save node called save system, show save system node. I think this is the one. I'm pretty sure. I should go look at Nodimus and find out. We're going to go to our Nodimus map. Whose business is? Whose business is this? Whose business is this? Not a mice business. Oh my gosh. Can't even word right. Not Nodimus Forest Central. That was weird. I don't even know where this node is. I think it's here. I think this is the node. Yeah. We auto save and then we show load node. Show load save node window. And it's supposed to, if it's canceled, it's supposed to move on to this. Which is actually kind of weird. So we make it fully heal you anyway? I guess. Let's find out what happens. First, we'll just find out what happens. We do cancel. Was canceled. Menu available. Oh. No, the menu's available. I know we can do the menu. Alright, let's find out what happens. This was canceled. Canceled node. So this is the node that we're going to go to next. I need to actually probably look at how the node window works. Unlock. Result of this call. I think false means stop. Can show cursor false. Return the cursor off. We unlock. So let's go look at what we do for like. I don't want fishing. We'll do like shop. No. This is the shop window. Yeah, same pattern. That shouldn't be a problem. Yep, same pattern. We open the window. We set up a close action. Set up a waiter. So there's nothing here that would or should mess this up. If save system controller is not open and it's not closing, and it has to do this because otherwise you never... I don't want to start my debugger, so we're just going to save that. Because when I'm streaming that debugger, oof, it's so slow. Makes everything run slow. The problem with these glasses, which I like them because they're actually, they sort of negate the glare a little bit. But my eyebrows are so bushy. They're like... weird face. So one possibility is it's not closing properly. It means this code isn't executing. Although if this code didn't execute, it shouldn't move on to the next node. I should also look here and see what the close action does. That's fine. So this doesn't do anything special. It could be like some flag that's not set properly. It's gonna be that. It's gotta be. There's gotta be some dumb flag. There's nothing special here. Include main character. This doesn't even matter. Why would input stop working? I'm going to check something else while I'm here. Because technically, it should like... character should be locked. You shouldn't be able to do anything. If I say change paths, player controls locked, then I cancel. Save system closed, current lock status, unlocking player control, then it locks it again, then it locks it again, then it locks it again, then it unlocks it, and then it closes the window. So, but nothing, no. So it's just this thing that's not interactable, right? Because you can interact to this, and I'm Atlas, so I should be able to go like shoot something with my arrows. Oh, come on. Harder than I remember what she said. No, so everything else works. Okay. This is actually something I think even dumber. I think there's just something where the node itself stops working. I think that's all it is. But I don't know why. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a Motzi. Tell me. Notimus. Not gonna. What was that? Not gonna have it here? I don't know. Notimus. 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 Radioactive Notimus. I'm gonna maybe move this. OMG! OMG! How are you doing? This time, I'm not leaving right away. Right when you show up. It wasn't you, it was me. How are you doing tonight? Okay. Okay. What we got here? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got now? I am confused. There must be something else. Just catching a break from the kids. Yeah, all our kids are in bed now because it's 8:51. I definitely understand catching that break. How many kids you got? Was it 2? 2 is a pretty safe number to guess, right? Someone says it got kids, you're like, probably 2. 2 kids? Yeah. Makes sense. All right, all right, all right. Hey, Motzi, yeah? What's cooler than being cool? Ah, it's cold! Okay, so here's the problem right here. Cancel. Only if canceled, this sets it to 0. Okay. Layer's your problem. 2 kids. My youngest is now 4.5. And let me tell you, last kid we're going to have. Our kids got progressively worse in sleep. I remember our eldest was such a good sleeper. And we used to feel a little bad about telling our friends who had kids at the same time because they'd be like, my kid doesn't sleep. And we're like, oh, ours sleeps just fine. And then every other kid afterwards was worse. And by the time we had our third, oh my God, she did not sleep. It took until she was 2 to really almost sleep consistently. And until now, and like within the last year and a half, she definitely is fine now. But it just took forever. What was I doing? Oh, index 9, value 0. Okay, so remember index 9. Don't forget index 9. What is it? Oh. Why do we set the index 9 to 1? If demo mode, then this, if 9 equals 0, proceed. Okay. All right. So then where do we have 9? Something in here is going to turn off the node if index 9 is not 0. Conditions. Anonymous shift gate? No. On top? Int? No. Why do we care about index 9? Why does that exist? I forgot Uni has node-based UI. Well, this is X node, actually. This is not the same thing as like Unity node. Would you like? Let's see if I can actually put this on the screen. Nope. Browser crash. I thought for sure this time, because the last time it actually worked fine. Apparently not. No. Comfy UI. I haven't heard of Comfy UI. Is that a Unity thing too? Can I even open my browser? Okay, so last stream, my browser worked fine. I'm like, oh, so it must be okay now. But apparently not. I can't browse. I can't use my browser while I'm streaming, and I don't know why. It's an AI generative GUI. Comfy UI for Unity. Thankfully, I have another computer over here. Real-time AI generated 3D models. Oh, that's interesting. That's neat. I hadn't heard of it. Okay, so here's my theory. I know it's just a theory. A code theory. My theory is this value does not get unset when it gets canceled. Doesn't get set to 0. I'm going to give you one of two reasons. One reason could be this is like a copied window. And there was some issue where IDs were the same. I'm going to try save. I'm also going to put a debug breakpoint and see if that helps. Hopefully this is a pretty quick fix. There was some issue where some of these nodes got duplicated IDs. And so when it tried to traverse nodes, it actually found the wrong one. And that resulted in weird stuff happening. Do debug message. This should show. Oh, if we're lucky, which we're probably not. Oh, I wonder if the browser is having an issue with my nodes showing. Maybe that's why my browser's not working. Like I show my nodes and there's so much like graphical rendering nonsense happening here that it bugs out. Probably super inefficient. Let's see then. Let's go down to just double check. Anonymous shift gate. So this is just determining the color. This shouldn't matter. So there's nothing in here that would prevent this from executing. So we should be okay. So if it's that simple, that's great. Then I can go work on fishing. Oh, I don't have a cursor. That's good. Because that cursor setting thing? Maybe? Also kind of weird. Worry about that in a minute. I'd like to change my paths. But then I say, oh wait, I'm just kidding. I want to cancel. Closing save window. Okay. Not working there. Okay. So the window closing is working. Oh, no, it's not. Wait a minute. That shouldn't be triggering. Why is this shit? Okay, no. It is opening the save window. Change path. This should show as my message. And guess what? It did not show. Okay. So that's the problem. It's not triggering this code at the end. That should be pretty easy. I can roll this into the beta fix and we can patch it. Although it's going to become a minor release. Because we got our travel system done. Well, the version 0.25 of it. So we're just going to push it out. Because there's some major bug fixes we got to get out. Let's see here. Why would this not be working? Let's go look at our save system. I don't really want the can show cursor. What did I do for the shop? No, I'm just going to get rid of that can show cursor for the moment. I think that's also causing a weird problem where the cursor doesn't show anymore. Oh boy. Okay. So the question's whether was canceled, if this is triggering or not. Save. Oh, because I'm an idiot. Right? Because that said save load. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm actually shocked. Save load UI controller is not even the right one. How is this even freaking working? What? I can't believe any of this worked. Oh my god. What is wrong with me? Wow. Okay, I should go find all the places that use save load UI controller. Save system node is still using it? No, okay. Save system node. Those are all the commented out things. Title screen. I think this is just outdated code. It doesn't get used. Oh my god. Wallaber, I thought you would have been done streaming by now. I'll say hi Wallaber in case you got hit by the ads. You've been hit by. You've been struck by. Are you in ad mode? How was your stream? How's everyone doing tonight? This is Alterium Shift. This is what I'm working on. And I'm fixing a bug, and then I'm going to work on fishing. One of Wallaber's favorite type of games, right? I would love to see Wallaber do a completely off-brand game and just see how amazing that would be. Y'all in his chat need to like harass him because he loves being harassed about making a game that's completely off the Wallaber brand. I'm glad. Are you finally getting some mods for your stream? That's awesome. Because I'm not a really good mod for you. I stream while you're streaming. My favorite is I say things that I know he's not gonna like, and I try to see if he's ever going to respond to me. He'll be like, sometimes he'll go ha ha ha, other times he'll just move right on. Crits game. Yeah, turn-based tactical RPG. Exactly. I've been playing Into the Breach recently. That's kind of fun. It's not RPG. It's a turn-based roguelite, I'd guess is what you call it. Roguelike. Roguelike is where you can like level up and get more power later. Roguelite is not like that. I don't know exactly what it is, but save load UI controller map scene. What is this? Do save. I think this is not even going to be used. Map scene menu controller. Okay, so I think we're good. We don't need to worry about it now. I'm just fixing a bug and hoping it works. Roguelite. I thought it was the other way around, but I don't know. I heard Wallaber's next is an NSFW arcade. Yeah, right. Wallaber will never do anything that's not safe for work. That's completely off. That's too off-brand. You might as well ask him to do one of those, like, whatever those Steam things, the 18+ games that they advertise all the time. I swear I've never purchased one of those. They just show up on my feed. So according to a mail I got, Mati Makes mentioned, yeah, Nirwanda, how are you doing? I was talking about you earlier because I was trying to list off all the people I thought were probably the most awesome. You were like near the top of the list. I can't remember exactly who was first. It's been so long since I started listing them, but they just show up in my library somehow. But if I'd known some names of those games, I could like bust them out. Then I'd be, oh yeah, like I totally don't have your young hot girlfriend wants to go on a date game or whatever, which is pretty much a lot of them. Fair number of them are gendered male focused. As usual, gotta run. Have a good night. Have a good stream. Good week. Whatever. I'll just leave the little Wallaber on my shoulder. I need to get like a little... bye, Wallaber. I need to get like a little Wallaber head that floats over my shoulder. I bet you I could find something. So that whenever I say, oh, what am I supposed to do next? What do you think, Wallaber? He'll go, you should just write ternary operators. And I'll be like, nah, I'm not going to listen to you. It's like usual. Awesome, me? I don't know what, but thanks. I don't know at what, but thanks a lot. At just being yourself, of course. Yourself. I have like a redeem for gushing. And so I have to say nice things about people sometimes. Oh no, that would be a better one. It would be like the characters from South Park. You know, the little mouth going, blah, 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 blah. And then when he gets mad, it'll change into his like mad face. I haven't figured out who the other side is. I'm convinced that Wallaber is supposed to be the angel, because usually you ignore the angel and you listen to the devil. So maybe the devil's just me talking to myself. I have a Wallaber and a Motzi. And the Wallaber's like, just make the code work. And the Motzi's like, no, you have to plan everything out and make it perfect. And they're going, rah, 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 rah. The Motzi will have more puns. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. Change paths. Okay. Now, I don't know why it does this, where like it starts the selection on one side and switches to the other. That's also kind of annoying. Whatever. Now it won't work again. Hey, you know what? That's good enough for a bug fix. I fixed the bug. I'm ready to go fishing. We're done. We're done here. I should make a feature where you can hit escape to escape out of the first dialogue of a message. Well, Shin Megami has taught us we should always listen to the neutral side and say. Side and say? Who would be the neutral one? Somewhere in between? That's what I try to do. Somewhere in between use ternary operators and clean code. It's like that's me in the middle. What I need is a little voxel Matzi with little horns on it. And then I'll just like, let me ask my conscience. Oliver's like, and always let your conscience be your guide. Good thing he left. Probably get all mad at me. Start scolding me like he usually does. Then since he's not here, he can't chime in and say, I don't scold you, Matzi. Sorry, I'm terrible at typing. That's fine. I can interpret. All right, now let's go look at some fishing. I fixed the bug. Woohoo! So we have a beta branch out. And the beta branch has our a bunch of bug fixes and, well, a few bug fixes and the new travel system for the end of early access. I mean, it's a travel system. Fast travel is supposed to be somewhat interesting, but not so interesting that you want to spend all your time using it, right? Other than to get from point A to point B. And then fortunately, we made a world map travel solution. Well, unfortunately, in terms of the planned scope of the game. Because after early access launch, we made this, you could walk on top of the map, which kind of negates the idea of fast travel. It's not, I mean, it still has some usefulness, but it's a little bit less useful when you can just walk. Unless we find a way to just keep it gated. So when you walk on the map just for certain areas, then you have to fast travel to get to farther away place. I mean, I think that's reasonable. Okay, so I don't have fishing. Let's go to here. We'll just go cheat our way to fishing. Shh, we're using our debug manager. Don't tell anybody. A little hack and slash tool. Completely disorganized like my life. See? This, I mean, I would argue that if Wallaber were making an equivalent inspector, he would do a way better job. He'd be like, oh, I got to organize this one thing, right? Me, I'm just like, oh, whatever. I'll throw crap in there. I don't care about that. But let me tell you about object-oriented programming, okay? I don't care about organizing my mess, but I do care about organizing my code. I have standards. No, I want fishing. Fishing test. There we go. I don't even remember where the fishing test is at. Look at this wonderful little space. Pay no attention to this. This means business. This is how we know we're ready to do some fish testing. Save complete. All right, complete your save, baby. All right, it's not just walk into. Okay. Let's do a maggot. Maggot on your feet, maggot. And then we'll look at our fishing. I really want to make the fish thing, the bait, bigger. I think it's neat, I guess, that it's down there, but I think the pixel density difference is too much. I don't really know how you, in a game like this where it's like 3D in the background, how you make all of the pixels match. I mean, the text is always going to be a problem. So when are we getting the RPG Maker 2003 D-Make? Oh, I don't know. I do think about it every day. Every day I think about like, wow, wouldn't it be cool if we had like an editor like Smile Game Builder in Unity? But, you know, people need time and money for things like that. WBNBX, thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a good night. Ooh, waiting. Come on, fishies. You got it. The waiting's the hardest part. The waiting is the hardest part. So this is one of the problems. You see how this fish keeps swimming around? Oh, hey, there he goes. Come on. Oh. I caught it. Okay. So, what is the problem? The problem is something. New fish added don't work, I think is the problem. I love Mario Party fishes. The Mario Party fishes? Oh, yeah. I think Jacob just made them or something. I told him I wanted small, medium, and large. The Paper Mario, yeah, where they like flip around. You know, it takes time. It takes time to do this sort of stuff. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to try to get into a world where we're like making a bunch of actual fish. I mean, we could put the real fish graphics on there if we wanted to. I didn't want to. But the fish work. So let's see. I don't even know what I've caught. I caught a clownfish, right? Let's remove the clownfish and see which fish is not getting caught. I think the catfish. I'll go to the fishing editor. Fishing is its own thing. Yeah, okay. Let's go to the fish. The scaly fish gets somewhat interested in worm. Okay. Hold on, Jacob is messaging me. So the scaly fish is interested in worms. Swim distance. I'm going to make this cover all the distance. He's going the distance. So I honestly don't know what's going to make fishing interesting. I thought having a bunch of little knobbers and stuff change was going to help. But now I'm not so sure. I'm not sure what people are going to like from a fishing perspective. Like some of the modern fishing games for the top-down 2D games, you see the fish in the water swimming from top down, and you like try to get the bait and the hook near the fish and like tease the fish to come towards you. I didn't want it to be that complicated. Uh-oh. What? Where's my... Well, that's the fishing zone. I'm not a huge fan of fishing mini games. I never got the appeal of me either, to be honest. But people like fishing. Some people do. What was I doing? I was gonna look at some code. Hold on. I think it's that cursor hiding that's the problem. Let me look at fishing node. Fishing spot node, maybe. No, fishing. Casting, hook, luring, menu node. This one. No? I don't know why the cursor is not working properly. Okay, so right now it's not saving. I didn't save it after I chose things, so it doesn't show up there. Start fishing. It shouldn't matter where the bait ends up now. I mean, theoretically, these fishing spots will have a bunch of fish, and no matter where you cast it, there's opportunity to catch it. Fine, you can do it. Go to the, go to your home. I really want to make this feel better, but I think for the moment. Okay, so that's the skelly. So the skelly fish works. Okay. So which fish is not working? If I go to the, what else do we have in there? Catfish. Ask Jacob one was not working. I don't mind making fishing though. Are there any rewards for fishing? Yes. There'll be fish you catch that you can either use, like they might either have items, become items, or you could sell them or sell, like you catch a fish and you get a hoof or something. So yeah, you'll be able to get things, and certain fishing spots will have special items that you need to combine a rod with bait to catch certain rare fish. Give me a name. I just caught clownfish and a skellyfish. Catfish? Catfish is everywhere. They don't have any bait interest, but that shouldn't matter. That should mean they would be interested in all bait. So let's see if we can catch a catfish. That's right. We're going to catfish a catfish. We'll make you the only fish here. One thing I realized about this fishing game, certain fish are going to be hard to catch because there's other fish there. I'm wondering if we want a system where if you catch a fish, it's like literally removed from the pond or something. Or when you catch the quantity of fish. So at the end of the day, if you want to catch some rare fish that you can't because other fish keep grabbing the bait or something, you can just keep catching fish until you run out of fish to catch. And then there's just that one left. Autocast. This might be the fish that won't be caught. It's getting interested. Getting interested. Coming toward the hook. Will this be its lucky day? It's having trouble staying interested in the hook. So this is one fish with a problem. It starts to get interested. It gets near the hook. And then it loses interest. Okay. Let me see what settings might be causing this. Skippity, scoppity, bippity, boppity. Oh my gosh. How dare you? You caught unhandled exception. Unhandled catching fish. So this fish is the catfish. Is there something about its hook interest? Let me see. What's happening right now, I think, is it's hitting some scenario where its interest level goes in the wrong direction. If the hook is moving... Okay, but if that should be okay. That's like the same as the other ones. Your game is now a noodle? I don't know what a noodle is. Like a spaghetti noodle? I can't get the catfish to work. Why can't they get the catfish? Luring. Inactive. Interest change rate. Behavior frequency. All I could think is that somehow it believes the hook is moving. I could test this theory by making the interest change on the hook be a positive value. So even if the hook were considered moving, the fish would stay interested. He's definitely getting more interested. There we go. Okay. So part of the problem is the fish are I don't allow the language there, so you might want to just change your word. But I understand your brain. Deving video games is hard. My brain has a different reaction. My brain shuts down. Okay, so it's because the hook movement problem. So basically we have this ability for the fish to check whether the hook is moving. And then if the hook is moving, we can either give it a positive or negative interest change. What's supposed to happen is when the hook is moving, it starts running away. A dumb squid. Using all of its brain power. What are you working on? What's your project that's causing your brain to not work? Because yeah, I get it. And I don't even disagree. So let's see. Well, where would interest change that? So let's think about where the fishing. So the luring is where we have fishing happening. I don't know. It's maybe this one. Check hook movement. We say if is reeling or is tugging. It implies to me that maybe this is set to true. I guess I could just do the bug statement. Oh, wait a second. Check interest level. No, that's spiritual successor Mega Man Legends. That's awesome. With focus on using weapons. When I was in puzzles as well as combat and platforming, combat's an acceptable word, or maybe you actually mean vombat, like wombat. This is Unity. The engine was under the hood. The original engine is Smile Game Builder, but it has an export into Unity. Why? So I'm guessing somehow this is becoming the behavior that's triggered because of the hook distance. Maybe it's a hook distance. Nope. Because we don't use the hook distance condition in the slightest. Well, let's see about the fleeing. Nope, just call fleeing. Don. Oh. Here's my burp. How's the new job, Don? How's it going? Mr. Moving on up. The man, the myth, the legend, or just the man and the legend? I noticed in some of your recent streams you whipped out your like bald head thing again. Job is stellar. Well, I'm glad that you got. I mean, you got pretty good deal. I was gonna say Cthulhu. I don't know how to say that. I'm trying to learn how to say that word, but I'm not so great at it. My capstone project in college, we made an online multiplayer Mega Man. It's either in junior hair, but yeah, I mean, you can also wear a hat. Right. My hair takes a lot to do too, you know. Look at that. Look at how balding I'm going. Just like Going away. Step by step. Cthulhu. Oh yeah, I know how to say that. Oh, it's Cthulhu, not Cthulhu. Oh, I said Coo. I saw all the oohs. I just wanted to keep going. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Cthulhu. Correct. So let me see. Oh, I was going to go check to see if this is what's actually happening. Atichi? Holy bally? Atichi! Atichi. That's Atichi. Well, if I don't remember where you're located, is it morning for you? Because then I could say Ohio gozaimasu. Did Machi really mention me in chat? Yeah, Pixel. I talk about pixels all the time. I was talking about pixel density and how dense or not dense they are. You know what I mean. I like your shades. Thanks. Whoa, what's happening to my camera? Is my camera wigging out for everyone else? Oh yeah, my camera's not happy. What is going on? Let's try turning it off for a second. I'm not dropping frames. There's something else going on. My machine is having problems. In general, like I can't open my my browser while I'm streaming for some reason. It's the glasses. They can't handle it. Cam couldn't handle all the zazz. Okay, let's see if this works. No, I think it's actually the cam link. Hold on. I'm here. I'm just underneath my desk. Don't get any crazy ideas. It's a Sony 6000 A6000. I don't think it's the camera. I think it's the cam link into the computer. But if it doesn't work, I'll just you know, get rid of it. Then you'll have a non-camera Motzi, which is almost unheard of. Where's my camera? Dude, where's my camera? Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, am I back? Guess who's back? Back again. Motzi's back. Tell a friend. Alright, we'll see how this works. I tried turning it off and on again. We miss you on the Canadian streamer. I do lurk on his channel sometimes. My issues, I don't know where to even begin. Oh, I'm terrible at coding and art. I'm a writer and a designer. You begin with ChatGPT. It's 7:30. Okay, so it is Ohio gozaimasu. It's the glasses, yeah. They messed it up. It's a nice camera. It's the cam link. It's the link between the camera and the computer. It was wigging out. Date bio mangekyo shara sha no sh are in gun. I don't know what that is. I mean, I said yes, thank you, but date bio, I don't know what that is. I'm not that great. I'm not that great at Japanese. I just said, I just like Ohio gozaimasu because it uses the word Ohio. I'm on like level 2 or 3 on Duolingo for Japanese, so I'm working on basic things like that's my hat, or those are my hats. So sorera wa watashi no boshi desu. I think. Those are not my hats. I just said random anime word. Oh, well, that makes more sense. Yakugan, Rasagan, Rinnegan, Iba. I don't know what that is either. Unless that's random as well. Is that more random? Are those just anime characters? Is that what it is? Samurai flamenco. Hey, I'm trying to actually learn Japanese, okay? Stink bait. That's right. See, look at the pixel density. They're different. You got big pixels, and littler pixels. But when you say we mention pixel in chat, we absolutely mention pixel in chat. Kamikaze Bandai. Okay, now I understand what we're doing. That one movie. Okay, are we gonna get? So it says, hook is moving. False. So it thinks that I'm reeling right now. That's what it thinks is happening. I think. Because otherwise, oh, it's it thinks I'm tugging. Okay. Hook. So why does it think I'm tugging? If you know what I mean. Come on, we can do this. You can do it. Just all you gotta do is autocomplete. There you go. Is tugging equals true if dash is pressed, but I'm not tugging it. Uwu. Have you not seen Scary Movie? I have, but a long time ago. I've never seen Kamen Rider. Wait, you're going to bed? Okay, well, thanks for stopping in and staying up super late. Recode the system and make it an FPS where you have to catch the fish with your bow. Yes, that sounds exactly like what I want to do. There will probably be some mini games with Atlas's bow, but it's not going to be fishing. We haven't added all the mini games, but that's sort of like that's a thing that you can always add later. Mini games, self-contained. Okay, so what am I tugging right now? Nothing. I'm not supposed to be tugging anything, but it thinks I'm tugging something. Boo-boo. Why does it think I'm tugging? We're going to say is reeling, and we're not going to do or. Oh, wait a second. So result is checking the condition. False. What is it? This is the condition that's supposed to indicate whether it's going to be the thing that gets used. So tugging is like when you tug on the line. You might not have got her. This should be, when I saw it show is tugging is, or it says is moving is false. That's both of them. The combination, so the combination should be right. It shouldn't be tugging. That's not what the problem is. And if this were false, it would make this false. So that shouldn't be the issue. what is going on here then? In the luring behavior, check condition. If check, okay. What are we checking the condition of? It's just not going to matter. What else calls this? Base reeling fish behavior. Physics reeling. Fish swimming controller. This one? Thanks, Killboy, for 31 months. That was a while ago. That's why we add comments to our code, kids. I thought you were saying that's why we add comments to our kids. And I was like... some of this stuff is... Yeah. This was the little... With the devil Motzi and the angel Wallaber. The devil's like, but I could do all these other things. And the angel Wallaber is like, no, Motzi, you need to make sure. I need to get like little printouts or something. And I can just hold them up. Like, no, Motzi, you need to make sure that you just make it work. Like, no, but I could do it better. And then, I listen to devil Motzi, and this is what I get. So, if the fish is within range, if it's hooked inside fish range, is hook inside fish range. That's the fish's range, right? That's fine. And then if it's luring, then we go through each of these luring behaviors. We check the condition. And if it's true, we apply it. Otherwise, we make the fish wander. Wonder, is this my fish? Comments are for the weak. Yeah. No, you spelled weak wrong. For the week of investigating your code is going to take to fix the problem. Wandering, random. So there's two possibilities. One is it has nothing to do with what I thought it was. Okay. So here's what the problem is. I think what's happening is it's running out of fish space and the interest level just goes to 0. So what happens is somehow it's not hitting either of the behaviors. And so instead of hitting the behaviors, it just moves on and makes the fish uninterested. So this is where the actual problem is right here. This isn't happening. We don't check hook movement. We don't check interest level. This should be working though. Why would it not hit the wandering behavior? Because is within range. Okay, well, let's just find out. It'll be pretty easy to test this. Fish is wandering. Otherwise, I don't want behavior though. I want the behavior dot. Wait, typo? No. Behavior dot get type, I think. Yeah. So we're gonna get the type of the behavior so we can see what behavior is triggering. This is depressing me. All this code with fishing reminds me that I. Yes, except you're talking about actually going out and fishing, and I'm just sitting at my home writing code for it. Unless you actually fish with code. I I suppose you could have a hook made out of code. It'd be pretty sharp in the C. C sharp hook. Kinda. I didn't know how to turn that into a pun. I fixed the bug tonight, though. Trying to catch some fish with the bug. I'm happy that I fixed the bug. Can you tell I'm happy? Look at my happy face. I'm noticing I'm starting to get the old guy frown. You know how when people get older, they just seem to frown more? At some point when I'm really old, my face will be like, another my normal face. Like, why are you so unhappy? I'm not. This is just my face. I did code depth finder once for fun and tested it in the boat. So you coded a depth finder. You should have coded a depth charge. That would have got you more fish. Start fishing. I don't know yet how I feel about the like manual versus automatic. All right, what do we got here? So tugging is false. Fish is wandering fish behavior. Okay, okay. Yeah. Still the wandering fish behavior. Oh, wait, maybe it's not. Yeah, it's just wandering. It seems like it's struggling between... It's always wandering. It has not stopped wandering. That's strange. Oh. Maybe the fish is just fickle. The problem with this fishing is like it's too easy right now. We got to figure out how to fine tune the settings because it's really not a lot of work. Or we make the tension. Right now the tension's pretty generous. Probably just make the tension smaller. Oh, fish, you got it. Hey, I caught a catfish. Okay, so fundamentally, there really isn't anything wrong. Yes, it is kind of my state. I didn't make a state manager for this. Like, I didn't make a node-based thing. Because I thought it would be simpler. So, interestingly, we never hit is wandering in the code. Is... Oh, no, we did, actually. We did. We hit wandering a lot. Well, no, because... Let's see. We hit wandering in the beginning, because that was how the fish was behaving. So we always hit the wandering fish behavior. That's good to know. This might actually just be working, and we just need to fine-tune some more settings. So it never once hit the fleeing fish behavior. Where's the luring fish behavior? This is never happening, basically. Or it's never hitting the behavior that we think I thought it was. It's always hitting the wandering behavior because the hook is not moving. So that's actually promising. So something else is happening that's causing it to take longer to be caught. Let's see if there's a wandering fish behavior. No. Okay. Then what is in the settings that's causing this to be weird? Update interest level. These are the change rates. 0 to 100. So the interest level when they're wandering is supposed to always increase. Hey, Killboy, your name is in the code somewhere. Did you know that? Did you know that you have your name in the code? Can you even believe it? Here, look. Look at this. From March. Yeah, I just got a little bit of juice on my face, if you know what I mean. Do I have anything that's like a napkin? Got a shirt. It's fine. I'll get it washed anyway. I wash my shirts, just to be clear. Not some random person's gonna wash it. I will wash my shirt. Okay. So then it's all in here causing the fish lose interest. Let's go see what the difference is. Because the clownfish, that thing got caught pretty quickly. So what is the difference between this and like the clown or skeleton fish? Here's the wandering behavior. Hook distance, random. Interest change rate, 0.5. Randomizer, 56.3. And the behavior frequency is half. So what's that difference between that and the catfish? This number is slightly lower, and the randomizer is slightly lower. Actually, the randomizer being larger than the change rate. Well, this is easy enough thing to check. Because I caught the clownfish and the skellyfish without any problem. And both times the interest randomizer was higher than the change rate. What if I do that? Will that just make it catchable? If so, I just got to figure out the better way. Like the way the settings work on this, the math on it is just kind of the best. If I can get them in the right places, I think it'll be fine. Well, I got code in low places. I don't know where the cursor disappears in my editor for some reason. But don't worry. Not that broken. What I need to do, I want to test to see if this actually saves. All right. Maggot. Maggot. On your feet, maggot. No? Anyone? I mean, other than people who've been in the military. Actually, it's a movie. All right. Will the fish get interested? Oh, he's getting interested. Oh, he's getting more interested. Oh, come on, fishy. You can do it. You can do it. Just you're getting interested. It's like there's a threshold in the math that pulls the interest level back down. Okay. But there's nothing wrong. The code works, basically. So all I've really done is confirmed it legitimately works, and the catfish wasn't configured in a way that would make it work well. So if I made this like interest level point something, like 0.5 or something, then the fish will definitely get more interested. So just changing this should cause the fish to grow its interest faster. This is the problem with over-engineering. The I told you so Wallaber. What I got to figure out with game design is when it's time to make things complicated, when it's time to just make it simple but feel complicated. Because I bet you some of the most interesting and fun games, like the mechanic behind it is actually quite simple. It's not over-engineered. It's like, just do this and it's fun. Oh, so the bot and rate didn't save. So that could actually be something I fixed. But the actual fish interest level, that actually worked. So as far as like tweaking that, I don't really, I mean, I can change some baseline numbers, but I don't think that's super important. If I did it right, this fish is going to now get more interested in the hook more quickly. Yeah, so it worked. It's not broken at all. Tug. I gave it a tug. Worked great. Okay, that's good. Good. It works. I'm gonna tell Jacob it works. I'm not gonna worry. Like if it's functional, we just need to know the parameters. I don't give a flip. I'm not gonna worry about it because we can, as I say, just make sure that you follow this pattern, right? Later, I'll probably refine it so that instead of having this float value, it'll be like notched or something, some way that's a little bit more discrete. I do want to find out why it's not saving the bait. So, like fishing game controller. There you go. Is that local there? No. Can start fishing. Current bait. How do we get jebaited here? Set bait. Okay. Set string variable. A string variable. Set bait. Set. New bait. Why are merge conflicts so annoying? Because you don't write code as well to prevent them. How are you getting merge conflicts? Aren't you working on a project on your own? What code are you merging? You using Git? Post unpopular opinion on Twitter. I know you said you're typing, but I like that it's Twitter. Even though I know you meant Twitter. Context, if current bait equals null, then we try to get the value of the string index. But that's okay if we don't get a variable. If it's not able to parse it, then it won't set the bait. So where do we set the bait? Oh, excuse me. Set rod, set bait. Let's see what happens when we set the bait here. Debug. Okay. That should be enough to check the bait. You got a merge conflict and git ignore? That's strange. That's an achievement in itself. How do you manage to get a merge conflict in your git ignore? What should the instructions for fishing look like? Leave it to me. Well, you're Pixel Guardian. You're not Git Guardian or Code Guardian. So I guess that makes sense. You keep the pixel safe, but forget about the code. Play, right? What am I doing? Yes. Can't wait to have a pixelized title screen. That'd be kind of neat. You should probably just like pixelate it all. Just say, take this and make it pixel. Why do you have so many branches? Are you making a tree? And no, not like a Git tree. Just have one. Just have trunk. Trunk-based development, baby. Okay, so bait setting is not bait setting is part of the problem. This is setting the value, but it's not setting the bait. Okay, that's part of the problem. So then what? How does that work? I wonder why I don't do... Where do we set this? Current bait equals context.current bait. If that, then that. Okay, fishing game controller. So this is where... No. I just put the debug log in the wrong place. Where did I put that debug log? What? Was it called get bait? No. Did I just get rid of it? What happened? There's only one place that bait gets set. Set bait, and that's it. Oh. I gotta see how this works then. I don't remember how I did this. We go into here. If only I had like comments in my code. Then I'd really know how badly I messed up. Look, this is all the world. Let's just hide it. Add get ignored. You get ignored. Oh yeah, we were talking about the different platforms. Don Ho, listen, there are some people who just love writing code by hand. Not going to name names. I'm just going to say there are people who love writing code by hand. That's all I'm going to say. And I will silently judge them, even though those people are amazing and write amazing code. Where's my fishing? Oh, fishing is its own thing. Okay. Come on, Vim has C tags and some auto. Yeah, I knew a guy who would use Vim religiously, and he got it all set up so he could do autocomplete stuff in it. That guy's crazy. Let me see. Fishing menu? Is that it? No. Equipment view? I think it's this one. So, how does this work? Content? Scroll view? Okay. So these are the items that we hit. So when we submit, we say fishing equipment view. Oh, I see. On item submitted. Okay, so we gotta look at the fishing equipment. We say on item submitted. Take focus equipment. We do set the bait though. That's the great set bait. Like the great debate, but setting it with bait. So why is this not doing it? Bug log set. Setting. Is this not set up properly? Index 201. Unless something else clears out. Maybe I picked an index that could use for something. That can't be right. I know you're not talking about me because you said I don't write amazing code. Some people explicitly don't type def their C structs. Oh my gosh, you serious? Puke. I'm amazed there's people who still type in C. They must be ancient people, old and decrepit. No, those are people who use Fortran actually. People do Siebel and Fortran. I'm sure people still use Schema. Or is it Scheme or Schema? Maybe it's Scheme. Or, you know, people still use Lisp. There's people who love Lisp. I mean, those people, though, you want to talk about crazy. Those are the people who just really, really, really like parentheses. No results for is. Oh, is that what the problem is? That I have... Maybe that was that. I don't know what the definition of is. Do you know what the definition of is? Guess it all depends. But anyone who gets in a debate about that definition, they gotta be real smart. Setting bait, maggot. Okay, so it is there. Oh, hey, Jacob just says beta is beta than before. Hold on, I gotta harass Jacob for a second. My partner on this. Where is it? There we go. Near as I can tell, the interest randomizer has to be greater than the change rate, and it could be larger. Once in a while, they are for platform portability purposes, but it's not too common. Oh wait, structs aren't type def in Linux kernel for a good reason. I don't know much about C. I like object-oriented programming languages. I like that a lot. So maybe it's this. Maybe this is the problem. Okay. So then it is setting this value. What's happening is when it loads, it's not finding it. So why would that be? How am I not myself? Well, let's see what this ends up equaling. We're going to do... Yeah. Those two strings. And then we're going to do the... Current baits, B-A-T-E. What am I even doing here? Getting bait. Bait ID. Let's just use that word. We'll just say got. Parsed. You know what? Game fishing bait data. Item data is game item data. Oh my god. I'm an idiot. Oh my god, I love C so much. I don't understand. What is this? Why are you putting a self-portrait next to your poop that you did? I mean, it looks exactly like you, Dunho. Listen, I want to just tell you, man, anyone who codes in C is lame. That's it. You're lame. Sorry, it's true. You're not lame. You're just not cool. Okay, so we got a problem. Says eye fishing equipment. I was cropped for my glamour shots last week. Wait, for real? You weren't glamorous enough? Okay. So game fishing bait data is this thing. Bait data is that thing. There's not freaking item data. Oh my god, I'm a dork. Okay. So then the problem is bait.item data ID. No, it's not item data, it's bait data.id. Right? Oh, wait. Maybe it is item. But then how do I get the item? No. This is right. This is right. Yeah. Wow. Yes. Oh yeah, baby. This is it. This is the moment. This is gonna work. We're gonna be so excited. We're going to wet our plants. You see, sure. Uh-oh. Danho knows where I live. I should be careful. Antagonizing him. How do we set your rod? Very carefully. Game fishing rod data, baby. This is the problem. I'm a dork. There we go. That's it. This is it. This is gonna work. It's gonna be amazing. Y'all are gonna be just blown away that I did a very minor fix and I confirmed fishing works. It is sometimes funny in software development where you can work hours and hours on a very complicated issue and you're like, I did all this work, and it's visually no one sees any different. Like, it's you did some under the hood thing to make something more efficient or more consistent, and like from a customer perspective. And then on the flip side, you do like 10 minutes of work on something and everyone's like, oh my god, I can't believe you did that. That's so amazing. How did you even manage this amazing thing? It's like, I just changed some variables and added a thing. Like, I added a button that did this thing, and it took me, more time to test it than it did to write it. And that's the thing everyone gets all like excited about. There's nothing worse than like all this effort spent to do some really serious, extensive, major under the hood work, and there's nothing visual to show for it. Be like, no, but seriously, I spent a month on this thing. It's amazing. Let me tell you why. First off, I started writing it in C, and I'm using typedefs in my structs, and you should just really appreciate that. What disappeared? You disappeared? Okay. Maggot. Okay. There's a weird thing where it closes. I gotta fix that. But like it takes a minute for it to close. There we go. Oh wait. Oh no. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. That's from that guy, pitch meeting guy. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. I just think he's funny. Thanks, Ho. Don Ho. Mr. Don. Do you go by like Mr. Don or Mr. Ho? So if you're a Ho, are all the things around you Ho based? Like, is your knee part of you Don Ho? Is it a Ho knee? Is your toes? Are your toes Ho? A toe Ho? Your mustache? Moho? Wait, you don't have a mustache. Do you have a mustache? I can't remember we got a beard. Yes! It works! Yay! It retains the rod and the bait. So, I think fishing is like... I mean, there's things that we can do with fishing, but functionally it works. I have a lot of half-siblings. Siblings. Bling-blings. Half-cousins. Half-hoes. Hofos? what do I do now? I mean, I guess it's 10:16. It's a work night. I gotta work tomorrow. I could just be done. Call it a night. I actually finished, like, I got 3 things done tonight. I know I didn't want to say your last name. Owner Brink. They abbreviated. I know. I love your name, and I like puns. And I have this bad problem. I know you're pissed at me now because you're Minnesota. You're secretly. Well, you're on my stream. Oh, thank you. You're secretly seething at me because you're Minnesotan. So you'll be like, dude, that's fine. No big deal. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for sharing. But then you'll never talk to me again. Can't tell you how many times that happened to me in Minnesota when I first moved here. I'd be like, oh yeah, come on, that's fine. And I'd just be so blunt. And then oh yeah. And then they would just never talk to me again. Swedish, Norwegian, Minnesotans don't get upset. They get stubborn. But yours would be spelled with an H-O in the middle, right? Stub. Horn. Stubborn. Stubborn. Sure, Dad. See. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for pissing you off. Please forgive me. I want to make my bait larger. I want my bait to be bigger. I want bigger bait. I don't like that it's so tiny. Because the pixel density difference is too much for me. We already have to go back and like undensify we got to figure out how to like make a consistent pixel density, and it's going to be not fully possible. I know I didn't piss you off. I've created fake headcanon that I'm pissing you off with my jokes about Ho, like you've never heard jokes about Don Ho. Why would you name yourself Don Ho and not expect some kind of joke about it? This is sort of the so this is the thing that I do, and I do in my mind we're on the same page, that I'm just literally teasing you knowing that you don't care, but it's all in my head. And so I've done this in my life where there's someone's a really good friend, and so I keep going at these sort of jokes, and one day they're like, I really don't like it when you say all those things to me. It's like, oh, why didn't you just tell me the first time I did? Like, I truly didn't mean. So then I got really like sensitive to when I was being joking. So then I had to like announce that I was joking. I like when you give me your winks. Give me a couple winky winks. And I just got this pattern like, okay, I can't assume someone actually thinks I'm joking. And now I have to like explain them everything. That's why my jokes are always explained immediately. Oh no, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Just being sure. I can't hold it. I can't stretch it. Some people can stretch their jokes really a long time, but I can't because it's like internal pressure builds up. Like, I gotta tell you I'm joking. What am I doing? I'm gonna look at where's my little dangly thing? I want my dangly bits. There's a distance gauge, I think, in the fish area. There's the line and hook. Hook, line, and sinker. I like that the segments are like separate. I'm gonna have to explain why it's funny after the joke and say it's funny because I actually really like joke explaining, because most of the time people know the joke, like what I'm trying to joke at, and that it's not funny, but like explaining it somehow makes it funny. You beat me to hook, line, and sinker bit. Yeah. Hi, your game looks cool. Thanks, guest 490001230654. Welcome. That's a long number. I really wanted to read the numbers out for some reason. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so here's the bait behind. Doesn't look like a behind. Oh, that username takes me back to the days we're having a Twitch account. My first username was Dummy. Yo, yeah, the game looked cool, Mott's Clamato Juice. Pixel, you're weird. When you come down to Minnesota, come visit. You're welcome to. No, I'm not going to go up to Canada. Not that I wouldn't if I could. I'm just not going to. Okay, so we have width and height of 20, which is like the completely wrong. I mean, at least make it 32, right? Oh, that's hilarious. What? There's a behind bait and there's an in front bait. That's freaking hilarious. I never even considered that was a way people did things. That's not bad, though. I think that looks okay. The funniest part is bait of that size and then the fish, like a small fish chomping it. I should go to Gamescom? No. You know, you're officially getting old when you forget what your ICQ number was. I'm pretty sure it was dummy something. For a while, everything was dummy for me. Then I tried the word spoof. And then when I was getting into gaming and Steam, I used Real Dead Guy. I wish I had thought of Motzi ages ago. I'm not going to go to events. I got a game to make, dude. 32 is good. Okay, so we'll just settle on 32. Screw it. We can just go and change the number, actually. Let's see how it looks with the other baits. For the longest time, I had Skype. But that was more for work. And then when Slack came out, it was all over. And then now it's Slack and Discord. All right, let's see what happens. So the maggot will be okay, I think. It'll look fine. I wonder what the other bait will look like. Maggot. I'm not solving any real complicated problems today. But to be fair, I'm not really good at solving complicated problems on stream. I need to get. I'm gonna print out pictures. A picture of Wallaber and a picture of me. And every time I'm debating something, I'm gonna pick those pictures up and I'll have them talk to me. Until Wallaber tells me to stop. Then I'll have to figure out who's gonna be my next angel. So we know what that's gonna look like. Let's see what the worm looks like. Been stuck with Microsoft Teams. Oh yeah, Microsoft Teams have had that too. Yeah, I think that looks great. I'm totally fine with it's, well, kind of great, at least. It's interesting how, oh, why is the little bottom part so tiny? I guess that's just what it is. I should probably make a way where you can, well, let's go catch the fish. Sorry if you said this, but is that the fishing minigame inspired by one of the link? No, it's not. You can put them in orbs and have them sitting in your shoulders. I mean, I could put it as a visual, like a visual thing. What am I say visual thing? What I mean is like I could try to put it digitally, but I like the idea of holding it up like sock puppets almost, like talking. So I'm actually talking physically to them. The fishing game was inspired by nothing. Well, let me rephrase it. Breath of Fire 4, the way the Breath of Fire 4 line stuff works, that was what Jacob originally used when he made fishing. And then I actually just took what Jacob had and I started like, oh, I'll just make this one thing where the fish will be on it. And then somehow I was like, but wouldn't it be cool if there was a fish below? Let me just mess around. And I just kind of like, it just expanded from there. Because in this one, you can't change the depth of the line. And the line doesn't go all the way down to the bottom. It always stays at the same spot. Because there's a bobber. So there's not really, you know, unlike other fishing games, like the Link's Awakening one, I think it's like a line that goes all the way down to the ground. Like, pull it up. That's not how this one works. Yeah, the bait size is fine now. But now, like, it's like this. Well, the bobber is technically smaller. It's fine. We'll have to do something with the backgrounds and get more backgrounds. But right now, I was just placeholdering it, basically. But you guys notice with the fishing, I don't know if anyone notices this. And maybe it's dumb. But I particularly like that when you cast, it moves everything down. And as you're reeling, it's going back towards you. So like you're reeling the whole fishing thing in. So rather than it being like you're reeling the fish, or I don't know how, there's other ways to do it, but like I like the idea that you're reeling the entire thing in with the camera. Maybe people think it's dumb, but I just like it. That's all. I'm just saying I like it. I mean, we could even do things like, you know, part of the interesting part about the casting is down the road we'll have different rods. We can have a rod where you can cast it all the way. I think casting strength determines it. Can the fish nap your line? Yes. Is it going to have drag adjusting for tension? That's what I want. It has physics, so we can mess with things like drag and stuff, but it's not fine-tuned. So right now it doesn't feel great. Like as you're moving, it's too fast. The movement is too fast, and the way the fish pulls isn't hard enough. It doesn't really feel like the fish is pulling. So that's where we have to get into the fine-tuning. And incidentally, I don't like fishing. I don't want to go fishing ever. I don't like fishing mini games. So this is, you know, but I do want to figure out how to make fishing feel good from a game perspective. Okay? So what's supposed to happen is when the fish turns around and starts pulling really hard, it's supposed to like really pull back. And when the fish is pulling and you're using tension, or when you're pulling, it'll increase the tension faster, theoretically. But we haven't found the right numbers yet. So now, like, a lot of us is going to be figuring out the numbers to make it really feel like fishing, where you can't just sit there and pull on the line the whole time. Part of it will be helped by, I'll show you. Whee! Part of it will be helped by the tension bar. So rods will also have, even though we don't have a line setting, the rods will have an amount of tension they can handle, which is, you know, equivalent to a line basically. And that is what's going to determine these boxes. Oh, you can't see my fingers. The boxes that you can be in between where it's good. It can either be too loose, right? So then the fish could escape. Or it could be too tense. Which right now, because the bars are so wide, it's really, really easy to fish. Right? It's really easy to fish. But if I were to like make those gauges smaller, it's possible I could snap the line. So I could go into like the game editor here and go to line strength. I can make line strength like 36 or something. Some ridiculous number. So it'll just make it harder to fish. I don't know, how do you adjust the drag on your line? I don't know how that works in fishing. I'm not a fishing person. Is that a setting on your reel? Is that for when it's like it's reeling? It's you're letting it out, letting it out. We won't have a button for like slacking the line, but we do have one for tugging the line. And the fish also have endurance. So some fish you can't reel them in right away. You've got to sit here and hold them in between the bars while they're pulling until they weaken. And so what's supposed to happen is while they're pulling, that's when you don't want to be pulling on the line as much. And when they're like, there'll be some visual indicators. We might even like color them just so you know how strong they are. So you see that? Like, so then if I go to the fish in here, I'm on a catfish, right? Go to fishing, fish. If we go to the catfish, I could make the catfish stronger, right? I could make it like here. They've got pretty good endurance. And there's even like a recovery rate. But make the fish stronger. I think if I make it too strong, there's no way I'm going to catch the fish. I'll give myself a little bit more rod strength just so I can deal with it. 44 or something. Neat fishing physics. I just came to put a fishing moat. Dad joke. Did you know that if a canoe flips over the water, you can safely wear it on your head because it's capsized? You just have a talent with that, Yalpaneer. Whose rod and how much can he lift? A lot. Rod's very strong. So there's gonna like one of the things I really want is a catch-all rod. There's gonna be a rod that's like infinite strength, like it'll never break, but its pull is weak. So the only things you could really catch with it, there can be like equipment and stuff that you can just steadily pull on until you catch it. Which, you know, we might even just make a fish like it's equipment. Oh man, this fish is good. So actually, this feels better. I made the fish stronger. And now I've got to do a lot more work to try and catch it. But this guy's tough. Come on, fishy. We got you. Oh man. Actually, I'm kind of pleased that changing the strength and like originally the fish would just like pull all the way off the right edge. We didn't have the settings right. Oh god, come on, fish. We got you. And what's supposed to happen is if the line is completely slack, the fish will get away. Or if the fish gets all the way over to the right, it'll get away. Okay, like that. Oh, I didn't have it needed to have like a little message that the fish got away. So the fish was a bit too strong for me. I could maybe make my reel speed higher. That would make it. I could make my tug strength harder. Maybe make my reel speed a little higher. See if I can catch that fish. Or you end up with a crappy and rip the hook out of its delicate mouth. Yeah, that's possible. Poor fish. But we're gonna also like these fish can have zones. So if some of them are meant to be on the right hand side, they won't even get interested in the hook unless the hook is near the zone that they can be in. So in some fishing ponds, you'll need to get a rod where you can actually cast it near the end to get the fish. But yeah, look at that. The tug is much stronger. Wow, this is gonna be fun actually. I'm kind of looking forward to fine-tuning this because now that I'm seeing the actual results where it's actually starting to work. Crappy. Is it crepey? Big? Crepey? Crappy? Crappy? Crappy. It's Trappie. I don't know what else you want me to say. Pronounced crappie. Okay, Mr. Fisherman. Yeah, that's probably right. Okay, that's fishing. So actually, the only thing I have to do with fishing is make the how to fish stuff. But that's not really interesting to do on stream. So I'm not going to do that. In fact, I'm going to make Jacob do most of that. I'll probably just make him make some images or something. Because, you know, English... Oh, yeah, do you have Facebook? Have you seen that guy's like... He goes, what's this word? Break. Perfect. Great. I'm so proud of you. Okay. So then he has below it, he goes, now what's this word? And he spells Freak. And it shows his other self saying, well, that's freak. He's like, no, it's freak. Because the F, you see, freak. He's like, okay, let's try a different word. I love that one so much. There's like so many examples of that. And just is like outrage, like, no, obviously not, dummy. Okay, I'm going to call that good. So fishing is basically ready to go. All it needs to do is get added everywhere. I suppose Jacob and I need to figure out the best way to turn it on. Because... because if we're gonna have to patch things, we don't want it to be like available immediately. But yeah, I'm gonna call fishing done, dudes and dudettes and peoples. It's good enough to ship. Now that I've also just like tested some of the base functionality, yeah, it's good. I'm excited. I can actually now close that ticket that's been open for so long. It's been a nasty one, that's for sure. Also, my Chrome is still not working. But whatever. Let's go. How am I going to find someone to raid if I can't get my Chrome to open? We're going to go raid somebody. And I'm going to come back on Saturday. And I don't know what I'm going to work on. How much longer is the game taking than originally? Well, no, I'm still finding a raid. I can answer the question while I'm wrapping up. I'm not trying to run out the door. Well, let's see. We originally wanted to release at the end of 2022. Then we got a publisher. And so we had to move it to the end of 2023. But then we launched early access in July with the intent of finishing things up. And, you know, we got a little behind, so it was going to be something like early 2024. But then we had some things with our publisher we needed to work out. And what happened at the beginning of 2024 is we started a termination process. And so... so they were like, well, there's no way we're going to release in 2024. Because we're canceling our publisher, and we were massively set back. So now we're looking at 2025 sometime. But it's just fucking never ending, man. And it was 6 months of working on a cancellation. That really killed a lot of momentum. So anyway, that's the long story short. Who should we go raid? Who should we go raid? Who should we go raid? There's Coding with Strangers. There's... I mean, I always go to Jitspo. I don't like to go to Adam's Eunice just because it just feels... I feel sad. We could go to Evan. Evan just says naughty words. Or Coding with Strangers. What is Coding with Strangers doing right now? Is he actually coding? You can say hi to Coding with Strangers. He's a nice dude. I will stop by Whitefall's stream sometime. I have stopped by. I've just lurked because he streams when I'm during my daytime. And I can't always jump on it, but I do try to jump on at least for a lurk. So I'm gonna pop over to the Coding with Strangers stream. You all have a lovely night. I'll be back on Saturday. Thanks Don Ho and Pixel and the new guest person and Nirwanda and Yahik Benir and someone else. I just forgot their name for some reason. Oh, Hulu, Atichi, all y'alls. Have a good night. See you later.